Hi, this is Dan and Lindsay from Oaks Family Homestead. We're just finally finishing signing our title documents today. We're so excited. I cannot believe it for our new place. But I heard this title company was a little bit rough.
Yeah, I kind of heard he's impossible. Let's just go get it done. Welcome in.
Have a seat.
Welcome to Okie Title. Here's our head mortgage broker, Okie A. Sooner.
We just have a few more papers for you to sign.
This is the weirdest title company I've ever heard of.
I know, let's hurry up and get out of here.
I've heard that.
Well, thank you very much.
Congratulations on your new house.
Thank you for coming.
Well, here we are back at Oaks Family Homestead. We're at the place.
This is going to take a lot of work. Where are they going?
Are they coming back? Guess not. Hi, this is Dan and Lindsay from Oaks Family Homestead. Just going to talk a little bit about why we're doing what we're doing. We have wrote down a few things here to kind of start this conversation. First of all, why do we have a mobile home? Lindsay, why do we have a mobile home?
I don't know. Why do we have a mobile home?
Well, it was the best deal for kind of the amount of money that we wanted to spend. It was hard to find a house. We were looking for, the Oklahoma brick house on acreage as we were looking for stuff. And yeah, we found a couple of them. One of them had foundation issues, like big foundation issues. A couple of them were just so dirty when we were looking for them. You'd have to gut the entire inside of the house just in order to have it livable. So if we're gonna gut the entire inside of the house, and even so, those were on small tracts of land. I mean, there was nothing that had any like substance to it. So it was a decent deal. Obviously, I mean, less than, not exactly what we were looking for, but it was decent, and it had 5 acres. And the acreage, it's beautiful. It's got oak trees on it. A lot of the acreage that we could find was like an acre, but there was no trees whatsoever. And I've heard so many people who bought homesteads that said one thing they wanted to make sure they had was trees on it, because you can't plant 200-year-old trees. You have to plant 3-year-old trees and wait 200 years for them to get old, right? So that was one of the big issues, I guess. And then why Blanchard, Oklahoma? Why did we move here as opposed to somewhere else?
You want me to say the word?
Yes, say it.
I can't say it.
It was a more rural area than, how do you say it?
It was country.
Yeah, it was country.
In the country.
It was away from we had when we were living in Yukon. It was suburbia, which was fine, and we liked our little house there. It wasn't little; it was a nice. It was a really nice house, the nice house I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
But suburbia was sprawling. There was things building up everywhere. The end of our housing development had a dentist office was being built. Yeah. They were building gas stations and car washes.
200 acres of stuff coming.
Yeah, 200 acres of just additional buildings right next to us, and the roads were already busy. It turned out into a 4-lane road, and it just seemed like it was just getting more and more and more. And I saw the only open land on the north side of us had signs up said for sale, multi-house dwelling or multi-family dwellings. That means apartments. So I mean, it was time for us. Me being more of a country bumpkin at heart, to make that change to where we wanted to finally be. And
yes, and the whole purpose of us, well, one of the purpose of us looking is for we could be closer to our church, which
right.
was like
I'm at 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes away from where we were. Yeah.
Yeah, which
It's a long drive.
Mhm.
Going 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So why did we Why did we pick Blanchard, Oklahoma? It's a small town feel. It's very little. It's more country. It's away from that building suburbia.
Has a downtown, which I love. Small downtowns.
It has a neat little downtown.
That's my favorite thing of little towns is the actual having a downtown.
Yeah.
That hasn't been taken out by a tornado.
And even so, here it's 10 miles to Norman, which is a big place. It has all the different stores you could possibly want, except maybe Costco. But, for the most part, it has pretty much everything that we needed to right there with, and it was really close to church with being more. It's only, 30 minutes away instead of 45 minutes away. Only 30 minutes away. Yeah, we went that route.
Well, we're used to that.
Yeah, so it's all right. And then lastly, we wanted to say, why do we want to document this? Why are we doing this? And I think the biggest reason is to why are we documenting this? It's the biggest reason is so we can look back on what we're doing and remember how things were and remember the kind of the journey that we took to get where we're going to get and how things were when we started, how things were when we first moved here, to have a lot of fun doing it, to just, see how much we did. And I always wanted to look back and see how like my parents or other people, history has always been really interesting to me. Look back and see how things were and how things progressed. And we starting off at kind of not a blank slate, but like a negative slate. So we're doing work to make it a blank slate and then rebuilding it from there. So that's kind of how we're going. So it's a lot of things, and we wanted our children to be able to look back and our family and friends as well to see how things were when they were smaller. Yeah, us as well. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Looking back and see how amazing we were, or not.
How awesome were we back then? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But plus the land here it's a really nice layout of the land. It like kind of checked all the boxes that we were looking for. It had, like I mentioned before, it had trees. It had like the 5 acres was. It's a lot of land, but it's not too much that you can't keep up with it if that's your goal is to keep up with your land projects. And we have a lot in front of us, but we also have a lot of goals, and I'd like to get outside and do stuff. So once we get past the whole house remodel, we'll be able to work on our property and just make it a great homestead. So that's kind of what we're doing. You have anything to add to that?
Not really. That was
Okay.
good. I just think that it's important for us to have it documented so we can look back and have our children look back and remember, because I have a really bad memory. And so I like to be able to look back at pictures and just videos and how important they actually are. I don't think people realize how important pictures are or videos are of your family and being able to look back and see them. And so I think it would be something good for us to have and our children to have, and something that we can cherish and also laugh at, because I'm sure we will be laughing at ourselves.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of that. Yeah. I already have.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we'll continue doing this. We got a lot of work ahead of us, so we're just gonna keep plugging away at it day at a time, and Lord willing, we'll get through it and be happy with what we have. I mean, we can only do so much every day, and we'll just try and do it. Not trying to kill myself at doing it, but also don't want to be lackadaisical about it. So just want to try our hardest to get everything done.
Yep.
And Lord willing, it'll be nice when we finish. So
yes, it will be.
Yeah, I know.
It just takes longer than we want it to.
We're kind of in the middle of it now. It's pretty one of those things where they say there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're kind of like scratching and trying to to where we can see any light right now, but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Yep.
All right. Well, it's good talking about it. We'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time, have a blessed day.